Every year, countless Filipinos families face the same disaster. Floods that destroy homes, livelihoods, and dreams. But behind these floods lies a deeper problem: corruption, neglect, and greed. When funds meant for protection are stolen, the people are left to drown in consequences.
Good day, ambassadors. Welcome to another empowering episode.
Today, we're diving into a topic that is close to home: floods, corruptions, and accountability.
This is where awareness meets action and where young voices speak up for real change.
Because we advocate for vision and empowerment, standing together for a safer, stronger future.
In this episode, Drowned by Greed, the consequence of neglecting nature, will uncover how corruption drains the funds meant for flood control, leaving communities vulnerable.
And more importantly, we'll explore how honesty, discipline, and unity can help us rise above it all.
So stay tuned and let's uncover the truth and be part of the wave for change.
I'm Jania, ready to make wave.
I'm Liana, standing for what's right.
I'm Jaire, sparking awareness.
I'm Andrew, rising above the flood.
I'm Chini, spreading positivity.
I'm Jera. Honesty keeps us afloat.
I'm Cholo, uncovering the truth.
I'm Aaron, driving real actions.
I am Jessie, empowering voices. I'm Mai, making change happen. And we are
Wave Talk!
This episode is inspired by the current situation in the Philippines. In recent months, the nation has faced a series of strong typhoons entering the Philippine area of responsibility, bringing intense rainfall, overflowing rivers, and widespread flooding across many provinces. These events remind us to reflect on one question: how effective are our flood control system here? In August 2025, DPWH Secretary Manoan revealed that ghost projects were being conducted within the department. This shocking disclosure made Filipinos question who was truly responsible and why funds meant for public safety were lost to corruption. Money that could have built strong flood barriers and drainage systems was instead misused or stolen.
Did you know that between 2022 and 2025, the Philippine government allocated over 545 billion for nearly 10,000 flood control projects? These were supposed to protect families in flood-prone communities. But out of 8,000 inspected projects, 421 ghost projects reported as completed but never built at all. Investigations also showed that about 38 billion funds were stolen by contractors linked to government officials. Every year, 20% of our national budget disappeared because of corruption. Imagine billion lost that could have built a better drainage and safer homes and stronger communities.
Here in Cavite, flooding has become more than just a weather problem. It's a growing crisis that affects families year after year. During the Habagat Tropical Depression Piscine, 496 families, about 1,744 individuals, had to leave their homes to escape rising waters. And just last year, during severe tropical storm Christine, 3,000 families across Cavite were displaced, with almost all 23 barangays in Kawit submerged in floodwater.
These numbers prove that flooding in Cavite isn't only an environmental issue. It's also a social and economic struggle. Each flood damages homes, destroys small businesses, and put lives at risk. But behind these recurring disasters lies deeper problems. Poor infrastructure, ineffective waste management, and corruption that drains the very funds meant to protect us. Through this podcast, we aim to uncover the truth, demand accountability, and encourage innovation and self-discipline. So together, we can rise above corruption and build a safer, more sustainable future for all.
Guys, napapansin niyo ba kung gaano kadalas yung bagyo na nararanasan natin? Parang every year they're getting stronger and more frequent.
Sabi nga sa weather forecast, may chance of rain. Pero bakit ako? Wala pa rin chance sa kanya. Aray ko.
Tama ka dyan. The Philippines is prone to natural disasters. And yes, typhoons are becoming more frequent and severe.
Exactly. Remember Typhoon Odette? It devastated Visayas and Mindanao. And just recently, Typhoon Paeng. It caused massive flooding and damage again. And it not just in frequency, but also intensity. Each storm seems stronger, bringing heavier rains and more destructions.
Yeah, di lang naman si Mother Earth yung nag-suffer dito eh. Kundi tayo din, mga bahay, economy, syempre yung mga buhay natin. Kaya, kumilos na tayo para mabawasan yung impact ng mga bagyo.
Definitely. It's heartbreaking to see families lose everything dahil sa baha. And sometimes, you just feel helpless.
Totoo yan. So what can we actually do to prepare for these typhoons? Any tips we can share with our listeners?
Simple lang, stay informed, prepare emergency kits like go bag, tsaka mag-store kayo ng mga pagkain nyo like canned goods, tsaka iba pang instant. And syempre, alamin nyo kung saan yung malapit na evacuation center.
That's right. Dapat alerto tayo palagi. Evacuate immediately when advised. And follow safety guidelines.
And of course, let's use our voices to spread awareness. Para safety crash, para safe ang lahat.
Pero seriously, do you think typhoons have something to do with climate change?
Absolutely. Rising sea temperature and shifting weather patterns are making the storms stronger. We need to take an action to reduce carbon footprints and slow down climate change.
Alright. And of course, syempre, dapat supportahan din natin yung mga programs about the disaster resilience and climate adaptations.
Tama. Parang ako may tama sa kanya.
Lakas talaga tama mo.
Naku, hindi nakakatulong sa economy yan, Aaron. Anyway, by helping together and working together, we can build a more resilient Philippines.
Sabi nga ni Kuya Kim,
Ligtas ang may alam.
Pero hindi ba may mga flood control projects naman to prevent these floods? Yes, in August 2025, President Bongbong Marcos Jr. launched a project. It's called Bayanihan sa Estero. It is used to reduce the flood in this country.
pero nabalitaan ko, naging ghost project daw yung iba dyan.
Oo nga, parang ako, ginost rin.
Over naman sa hugot, but that's true. Based nga sa report from 2023 and 2024, it shows there that several flood control projects turned out to be a ghost project. Meaning, funds were released pero walang actual na construction.
That's disappointing. Those funds could have protected communities that been suffering from floods every single year.
Exactly. Kaya nga the Senate on Commission on Audit released an investigation to ensure accountability and transparency.
If only those projects were done properly, a lot of people would have been safer today. Flooding has become such a huge problem. Pero seriously, sino nga ba dapat ang sisihin? Government or the people?
I think it's the government. Kasi sila yung may kapangyarihan at resources. And sila yung responsibility para protektahan yung mga tao.
I see your point. Pero, I think the government and the citizens have the roles to play.
Pero the government should still be accountable. They lead, they plan, and they manage the nation's priorities.
Exactly. Did you know in Bulacan, several flood control projects were found to be gross or substandard. So when heavy rain comes, those structures fail, and yung mga citizens may suffer.
Same thing in Pampanga. The Arayat River bank collapsed because of poor constructions. And in Bacolod, flood still happens because drainage systems are not prioritized.
So see, the government should really be the one accountable.
True. And the citizen also be responsible. Siyempre, maging totoo na tayo. Kung yung mga tao ba magpatuloy sa pagkakalat at pagtatapon ng basura, kahit pinakamagandang drainage yan, hindi gagana.
He's right. Imagine kung lahat tayo ay disiplinado, nagtatapon ng maayos at naglilinis ng paligid. Maybe, flooding wouldn't be this bad.
Exactly. Flooding isn't just caused by poor infrastructure, it's also caused by bad habits.
So, I guess, the real answer is shared responsibility. The government must build and maintain proper flood control system, while we, the people, should do our part in protecting environment.
That's true. Instead of blaming each other, why not we should start working together?
Yes, because in the end, lahat tayo ay apektado ng baha. And only by helping each other, we can truly overcome that.
As we close this episode of Wave Talk, let's remember, awareness without action is just observation. The flood we endure aren't purely natural. They mirror our own neglect and broken systems.
Each unfinished flood control project, every peso lost to corruption, and every voice that stays silent deepen the sufferings of countless Filipinos. It's time to raise beyond indifference.
We call on you, the youth, our future leaders, to turn awareness into advocacy, and advocacy into accountability. Question injustice, demand transparency, be the voice that others are afraid to raise.
But true, change doesn't end with speaking up. It begins when we act, join local cleanup drives, support environmental initiatives, and push our government in your community.
Use your voice, online and offline, to promote policies that protect both people and the planet. The power to create change has always been in our hands. We just need to use it.
Let's build future where communities stand strong, free from floods of greed and neglect. Together, let's turn awareness into action and compassion into change.
Together, we can break the cycle and build a nation grounded in honesty, care, and hope.
Remember, it's not nature that grounds us, it's our own greed.
As we've seen through this episode, flooding is not just caused by the nature. It is a reflection of our choice, our action, and sadly, our corruption.
Every storm that hits us becomes stronger when honesty and accountability are absent. And every peso lost today could save a home, a livelihood, or even a life.
But there's still hope. Change begins when we open our eyes, raise our voices, and choose integrity over indifference.
Because when we care for our environment and demand transparency from those in power, we are not just protecting ourselves. We're protecting the generations that will come after us.
Let's remember that nature never forgets what we neglect. The flooding we face are not punishment. They are consequences, reminders that we must do better.
And doing better starts with us. The awareness, accountability, and action.
Let us not drown in greed, but rise with integrity. Because when honesty flows, corruption sinks, and together, we can build a nation that stands strong against the storm.
This has been
Wave Talk!
We advocate for vision and empowerment. Let's keep the wave of change moving.